Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Culdee Fell Productions here, and this is not any. I haven't gotten any progress, but I have to reset my layout for the next episodes of Percy and Friends. I might have done those extra episodes either because I just felt like I didn't want to do another season because I didn't have full ideas. I just had some. Okay, so as you could tell by my amazing start of the video, my profile picture changed since you probably last saw me. It's Griffiths now! Yay! I guess. Anyway, it's Culdee Fell Productions, and I'm gonna be counting down my top 18 least favorites. Thomas characters. This will not include any Tug's characters. Blue Nose would be the dead bottom if it actually was Tug's characters, but it's not Tug's characters. Grampus would be at the top. I think Lord Stinker, Sunshine, Shench. Do I sound like him? Shench. I seriously can't understand a word they're saying in the show, but I think it's still funny. You can understand Grampus the most, and he pronounces 10 cents as Shench. I might be over exaggerating, but anyway, before I start counting down my top 18 least favorite Thomas characters, I have to go through my 4 honorable mentions, which I didn't hate them enough because it was originally going to be a top 20, but then I realized that I didn't hate these 2, and there's also 2 characters that are around the same road. So these are characters I either really used to hate, or they're middle-of-the-road characters. There are a lot of middle-of-the-road characters, but these guys are like the center of the middle-of-the-road characters, like the tip of the iceberg, middle-of-the-road characters. So without further ado, I'm going to go through the 4 characters that I was going to put on this list, but then I realized I didn't really hate them, and top 18 is cool, so yeah, let's get through them. Billy was one of my considered ones. Mainly, it's not that I hate him because he's arrogant and stuff, and he's pretty annoying. I can't say I hate him, though. I mean, his face says it all. Seriously, dude, get some dentures. Dentures. Somebody get him his dentures back. Actually, he needs braces, bro. He needs braces. But what's really ticks me off is that how unwilling he is at the end of the episode. Basically, if you don't know, he spends the entire episode giving expedition dump about how he doesn't want help, even though he really inside he knows he really, really, really needs it. And Thomas just has to put up with him for the rest of the episode. And even more so, Thomas is the main character. And if you didn't feel his way enough, seeing this little man over here torture him for the entire episode definitely was a way to do it. But after all of this, he's just like, I enjoyed working with you. Yeah, okay. Okay, that out of the way, and time to move on to the next one. Charlie's another example of a hated character that I didn't put on this list. Here's a fact you might not know about me. I actually really used to like Charlie. This was before I really watched any of his appearances, and I was just biased because I like the color purple. It's like the second best color, like in the world ever. I just felt, but then I realized, I looked at all of his appearances, and then I realized, oh my god, this character sucks. And now I'm just like, I mean, I don't really hate him to the point, but I feel like he's overhated, but I kind of think he deserves it, sort of. His jokes are the worst, but I can get past that. So I didn't really put him on this list. Okay, I just noticed how much this is going to take up the video, so I have to go fast on this. And now we cover Norman. This is going to be like a very short segment, but to be honest, I kind of feel bad for him. He kind of got brushed aside, only got like 6 seconds of screen time, and like, ever. So, and it was kind of just depressing to see that. He had potential, but really he just looks like some DeviantArt image. I just don't think he's funny. Or even, he just seems like a plot device. Like, oh, he's helping Season 10 with these guys. And he's just basically there to fill out the background. I don't really see him as his own character, but I could put him on this list. And now for the character I used to consider my least favorite character. I didn't even know why I considered him my least favorite character. I just didn't really, I didn't really like the character. I didn't know why. I just didn't like it. Okay, so, you might be wondering who I'm talking about, but this is just, I don't know why. But this is, so now I'm going to say something you might not know that about me, is that I used to really, really, really hate Rosie with a burning passion. I did not even know why. But looking back, I think she can be funny. Rosie's Red, probably like one of the worst episodes ever because it encourages people to ship people. I mean, they can do what they want, but this kind of stuff creeps me out, especially with, yeah, if you know, you know, you know. And you know, February 14th is over. Get a grip, yo son of a. Yeah, basically, I didn't like Rosie, but looking back, she's kind of funny. But in Rosie's Carnival Special, I think she's just a plot device because, well, Rosie wanted to pull something and Emily's pulls it, so she tries to like steal it from her because she's acting like a wanted criminal. And aren't these two friends? Wait, did they ever say they were friends? I don't remember if they said they were friends, but maybe they are. I don't know. I don't think it was ever stated in the show. Yeah, that was, seriously. We don't really know much about how these characters open other than obeying other people. We don't know. We barely know who their friends are. Seriously, these characters were left untouched these characters were left as untouched as what? These characters were left as untouched as Thumper was. Seriously, bring him back. He deserves more. He doesn't even have any pronouns when he appears. Maybe he's agender, but wait, you know, he's confirmed to be male, but it can't be possible. So, basically, what I'm saying is, I just went on a rant for no reason, but there is one negative trait I still don't like about Rosie. I don't think it's the reason why I hated her. It's just, she's a simp for Thomas. Exactly. Is that funny anymore? That joke's probably not funny anymore, but still, it's not. I don't want you people being like, Culdee Fell Productions, it's not 2020 anymore, you can't say simp anymore. Yeah, I don't care. But basically, Rosie was kind of just like this fangirl. Like those annoying people that like break in your house. Or those annoying people that always go by your side in school. They basically like, cling to your side like the entire time. So, yeah. That's all I really have to say about Rosie, but, oh, goodness! Now that we got that meaningless stuff out of the way, it's time to settle my top 18 least favorite. This will be in order of how much I hate these characters, and, to be honest, I don't really know, but like, well. So, that's basically it. But I'm talking so slow here. I'm gonna make the video like 10 hours long. So I'm gonna go in order of the people I think that I hate the least to the people I hate the most, which is, if it wasn't obvious enough. Anyway, let's start. Messy Buffer. Number 18, we have Jeremy. And no, not that Jeremy. I mean the plane. I know that first part was kind of like an in-joke, but to be honest, the reason I don't really like him is because 2 reasons. One is like a small issue. I don't really like his face design, which is weird considering Grampus is my profile picture. Anyway, and 2, he's an overused character concept. But even then, we barely got to know the poor plane. Like, he was in one episode, he was just Harold and Birdie and literally every other road vehicle from the show except Madge and Winston and Buster, because they actually have empathy, was in the show. That was basically what Jeremy was. And yeah, they basically displayed that. Seriously, I hate how obnoxious the road vehicles can be sometimes. But with that out of the way, I'm just going to say that Jeremy kind of sucks as a character. I don't think he really gets enough attention, but really, I don't really think he deserves it at the same time. Like, does he even have a cockpilot? Like, is there anybody driving him? Like, in him, how can anyone see? Like, their eyes are in there where they should be. Yes, and okay. Hey guys, welcome to Watch Mojo, and here are the three best dives where Culdee Fell Productions went off topic in this video for talking about Madge, or making a reference to one of her quotes. And number 17, we have Rebecca. Rebecca, pretty honestly, she's fine, I guess. She's fine. It's just, I feel like she just thinks she's worse than everybody else in her appearance, and it's kind of makes it difficult to like her, because she thinks everybody else is better than her and wants to be like them. And then she has this hilarious dream where she's, like, basically looks like a skid mark, which is supposed to be like a compilation thing of all of them. That's what it's supposed to look like. And, did she, like, meet Diesel 10 in this episode? Like, I don't remember that. Because, like, in her stupid fantasy thing, like, she had a claw. And it doesn't end there. She's basically a Neri Sue, even more of one than Nia. Mainly because she basically just worships everybody in the shed, like they're a higher status in there. First of all, her and Nia are tied for lower status. Second of all, yeah. Anyway, she basically has these fantasy sequence where they have like everybody, and they're all there. Hey, what about Thomas? Yeah, you haven't shown Thomas yet. He flied! I mean, it is a dream. Does that mean All Engines Go is a dream? You'll feel like fly in that. And Rebecca is just like, oh my god, I want to be them, even though they're barely different than her. So that's basically her whole personality. And I don't think it's really makes up for a good one. I think she's pretty one-noted. I don't really see her other than just a concept. And, yeah, she's okay, I guess. Okay, so this is where I'm going to really lay off the harsh comments. Number 16, we have Colin. So, I don't actually hate Colin, except I do, because he's just a personality-less character. It's what most people say. But in my opinion, he does have a personality. And it's kind of feels like it's overused. But I can't really think of anybody else. I think there was another crane that wanted to do it. Oh, right! I can't really blame it on him because he came first. It's another reason why I hate Bresford. Someone, kill that thing. That blue crane should die. Anyway, Colin's just okay. He's kind of on the same boat as, like, Flora, who you'll see later in the video, like, way later. As you can tell by my cursed image. But, as you can tell in the past, as you can tell later, when I used my cursed image and I found a Flora, and you might want to stick around to the number, oh god, I almost gave it away. Anyway, yeah, Colin is really good. I don't really like him. Okay, sorry for this one, I just couldn't find anything else for 16. But, spoiler alert, he's 15 on my list. Man, if only I liked him better than Colin, then we could have had a miracle. 16 be my 16th least favorite. But he's 15. Lol. Anyway, 16, I don't really know. I think it's funny that, like, there's this engine who doesn't have a name? Why don't you have a name? Why is your name 6? Why don't you have a name? Like, basically, you're like the dark green tank engine. You're like the Kurchu engine. Wait, that's not an engine. And yeah, that's basically, he's just an arrogant guy who doesn't want to do his work right. Personally, I think Smudger's the better person. Dennis is actually the better one to do that. I honestly think Dennis is a better 16, to be honest. I think it's 14. Number 14, we have Vinny. I don't think he's a good antagonist. He's just the bully type. I really don't have anything else to say. I hate this guy. Okay, that's really all I have to say. He's just kind of just one-noted. Just the bully guy. But he does sound like Grapefruit from Annoying Orange. It's funny. Hey, I'm walking in. Died. Dies again. Well, this might confuse some people. Yes, I know. Yes, sir. Yes, I know. He's basically abducting these people to be his slaves, yada yada. But it's not really the only reason I don't like Sir Topham Hatt. I mean, did he have too many burgers? Looks like he's about to explode. I mean, look at the guy. Anyway, my main issue is that his treatment of his engines. Well, he does, sometimes sympathize with them. And he does seem like one of the main characters, which somehow makes him a hero. Opposite for Diver MPK, Greg's the main antagonist, lol. Anyway, but to Topham Hatt, when you see all those engines in the scrapyard, you ever wonder, who set them to be scrapped? Ari and Bert are really just doing their job, and who's obeying them? Who is their boss? Sir Topham Hatt. He's basically just abducting these engines, treating them nicely, and when they don't even suspect it, basically murdering them. Okay, I might have been a little too harsh that one, but I'll try to cool it down. Number 12, we have Carly. She's Carly. I don't really think she has any personality traits from what I can tell. It's just like, whoa, there's a new crane here. And Big Mickey. Big Mickey's here. That's the only good part about her is that she's in an episode with Big Mickey. Which is good because Big Mickey isn't even alive. He doesn't get anything other than the tugs, but he somehow talks. Bo doesn't even have a face. Damn. Man. How did the coach talk in the earlier season? How does City of Churro talk? How does... I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Just move on to the next entry. Okay, so my number 11 entry is probably going to be, the most controversial. And, yeah, this is going to be pretty controversial. I honestly don't know. I try to replicate her in my series, and, yeah, I actually killed her off in my series, because I just started turning into a scam artist. So basically, she's really nice and thinks everyone's her friend. She's arrogant and mean and makes those faces that haunt your nightmares. Or she's just an idiot. That's Emily. And I tried to reply it the best I can, and now she's dead. Yay. So, Emily. Yeah, this is gonna be controversial or confusing. Emily's just sometimes kind of obnoxious. She's even more inconsistent than Billy was in the end of that episode. Like I said, she's nice. And she's mean. And then she's an idiot. Those traits make an inconsistent character. I really hate these inconsistent characters. I wish there weren't any of them. But of course, there has to be some. And I guess. A lot of people really love Emily, and I really struggle to understand why. I mean, she's even worse than, Rebecca. She would be the worst in the STEAM team if Henry and Edward were still there, if Nia didn't get introduced. Yeah. Actually, second worst. I hate Gordon more either. 2. Grab that. She's just so bland. They can do more with her, but the real reason I hate her is because in Salty Stormy Tale, she make face that haunt my nightmares. Wah. Seriously, I made an entire community post where it's just the image of her face. That scare anybody? Like this video if that scared you, please. This might just sound like clickbait now, but please, just, if this face, that face scared you in my community posts, please, 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 please like the video, because that is horrifying, man. So that's the end of that. Breastford. I already mentioned him for him being basically Colin 2.0, and Colin isn't really a character either, so. He's basically just stupid. He doesn't understand, like, what other people want. He's not like the other cranes that, like, just don't care. Hashtag most relatable character. But he's just, ugh. Wow. What's up? It's time for another controversial one. At least I think it's controversial. I actually don't know what people think of these people. I've never actually heard anything. Like if they, oh my god, I hate this one, or oh my god, I love this one. I actually don't know what people think of this. This might be controversial, might not be, but all I know is that these characters are annoying. I'm gonna roll on the clip, and we're already halfway there. Oh, Squidward on a So, Annie and Clarabelle. Yeah, I think they're annoying. They're kind of hard to put up with. I don't know how Thomas is just like, bruh, stop complaining about my speed. I'm going to leave you at the side of the road, or the track, near the windmill, and I hate you. And also, yeah, that's basically the entire thing. These people are just either too fast, too slow. They do try to mentor him, Thomas, because, like, sometimes Thomas can just be an idiot, but doesn't make me hate him. So this is like the type of thing. There's like this type of people. So next up, we have a small railway engines. Yeah, it's not like I even hate these characters. It's just I feel like the concept of this microscopic engines has already been used. But they're like the narrow gauge engines, but like even smaller, dude. Wow, they're so small. I think the concept they have is overused. Not really anything much else to say. That's like the only reason I hate them. And they're worse than Emily, whose face literally tries to haunt my neighbors, but then I'm like, come on, dude, it's just a face. Just a face. It can't hurt you. Okay, so this is where the thing starts to get less controversial. To those of you who like these characters, very, very deepest apologies, but I have my own opinion, so ha. These characters have been hated upon most of the community, and I don't think I've ever met anybody who actually likes them. Well, met in person. The logging locos are very annoying. They're but I need to describe why. Basically, there's 2 of them that just finish each other's sentences, and one just is always just like, that's right, and that's his entire thing. And, yeah. I just don't think they're really... I don't think they're really in control, and I think they need mental help, actually. That's a really serious thing. Somebody help the logging locos. They actually seem like they actually need mental help. But really, if you care about these characters, I don't know. So, basically, that's all I have to say about them. Is most of the fan base hates these characters, and I haven't met anybody in person that likes them. I haven't met very, very little Thomas fans in person. So, this is going to be a very, very an interesting road, because most of the characters I have down here are either bland or an absolute fan favorite that I just hate so much. This is where this really, really, really starts to get controversial. This is something that I have been wanting to say since I've been in the Thomas community, but no one really seems to agree with me. Can I just say that Gordon is a pompous and I really hate him? He's number 6. I feel like his treatment of the Diesel is very bad, but he's not the only character like that. But his treatment of everyone, he's just, oh my god, I'm better than everybody else. He barely shows empathy, and when he does, it's like, oh, you are silly, but brave too, while still insulting him in the process. So, Gordon's just some guy that's obnoxious. I hate his character, really. But the main reason I hate him is because how many people like him. Gordon does not deserve the love he gets. He is overrated. And to be honest, I really am not trying to change your opinion on Gordon if you do like him. I'm just clearing out mine. Just, Gordon? Why couldn't you throw him out of the cast? Like, you could have replaced him with, like, I don't even know. You could have replaced him with, if it's the whole gender thing, you could have replaced him with, like, pre-existing females. Molly, Rosie, Flora. You can even add Madge in there for good measure, and she's not even an engine. So, yeah, that basically sums up my opinion. I don't really like him, and I think he should have been replaced instead of Edward and Henry. Come on, man. Their fan bases are all big, but I don't think they deserve that. I do think Gordon did, but I think Gordon would have. But to be honest, nobody agrees with me. But Gordon is a horrible character. Number 5. I think I'm actually going to regret this a little, but I don't really know much about the character, but when I've heard of it, it makes it difficult to really watch their episodes again. So remember when I made that entire long rant of how, when I made that rant of Annie and Claire, like, oh my god, too fast, too slow. Well, here's a coach that completely defies my logic, and I hate them even more than Annie and Clarabelle. What happens when you take a coach, you make it, who's a sister, I think it's a sister, of a pretty relaxed coach as a fan favorite, but you make a really, really similar looking coach to make it look like it was on DeviantArt, and it's just, yeah. And she's also pretty annoying and demanding. She really wants to go fast and is pretty obnoxious. I feel bad for my boy, Toby. But to be honest, I haven't watched her episode as much. And she kind of puts it hard on the poor man. He's the old grandpa. Even though Percy's bassist is older than him. Oh no! That's not good because Percy's like the childish, stupid one who has no clue on what's going on. Anyway, I do prefer Henrietta. She's like, Henrietta, she's probably not even in my top 50, but she's still way better than Hannah. I just felt like she's just a one-noted character. And now, that's always what happens. It's just the same thing over and over again. Same character, it's just a plot device. Yeah, I honestly don't like her. Okay, I'm not sure if Gordon was more controversial or this person's more controversial. I'm on the Thomas Wiki quite frequently now, and to my account, oh goodness, I love the bell. And I've actually been on it recently. I remember making a post saying why I do not like Freddy. I don't like Freddy, mainly because I think you could have easily replaced him with Ivo Hugh. But probably it's because Hits wanted to make more toys, or we can't have two number 7 engines. Like, come on, man. Engines can't have the same number. It's a little weird, if you ask me. Should have brought back Ivo Hugh. And somehow Sir Handel knows him too. How does he know him? I don't know. Did they ever say? I don't remember, but whatever. Anyway, it's basically just, yeah. Freddy, just like Billy, his face says it all. I don't want to be mean here, but Freddy looks like Duck had jaundice, or dressed up as a clown. He looks like if the barber had shaved all of Duck in his white cream, and he kind of looks like, and he just looks too similar to Duck. I doubt I don't even think they're the same basis, but no, I just don't think he's that good. He's just creepy. Number 3, we have Nia. When I was talking about Rebecca, like all that in this video, even though they're practically the same character, Nia is probably even worse. I don't see a point to her. Other than in that one episode. Yeah, in her episode, she managed to make Gordon look like in the right. That's just, yeah. Nia, I don't really like. I just, please don't. I don't want this thing. Give it away from me. And also, you could have just left her in. Oh crap, I forgot about someone. I just realized I forgot about someone. I forgot about a certain character. I forgot about Ace in the honorable mentions. Except I actually do hate him. I should have made this top 19. Oh. When I was thinking of that Nia thing, I just remembered Ace. Anyway, I'm regretting my life choices right away. Anyway, Nia is just, yep. And just an Edward replacement. Please. I don't really want this thing in the show. Because Edward's been here. He's been a legend for over 70 years at this point. Coming up on 80. And they just replace him. Same with Henry. I don't think either of them deserve that. So, it's just, I don't think Audrey would have liked this. If he's looking down, I don't know what he would have said to this. I don't think it would have been too harsh. Like I am, because do not like these characters. He came up with them. He would not be mad. Like, he even say he doesn't even have a favorite character because they're all like family to him. So, yeah, that's basically my whole thing with Nia. That's my whole bone to pick, and that's it. So, I got my cursed image ready. Wait. That's the back? I thought that was the model, but without the face. I thought that was faceless Flora. I didn't know that was actually the back of her. I thought that was... What? Oh. Anyway, Flora is what I was talking about at Colin, but to an even lesser extent. Basically, it was brought up at some time in the introduction episode at the start that Toby's the only tram agent on Sodor, and then they bring in this one character that you'll never, ever, ever see again, and it's just there, existing. And she only interacts with Thomas. She's kind of one-noted. Like, seriously, why did every hero character had to be with Thomas? That was kind of stupid. Like, I think, like, seriously, I can't even remember. I don't get any of it. Like, Mads wasn't introduced with Thomas. Neither was Freddy. It's just, Kind of weird. Anyway, that's all for today. So, before we do it, there's some honorable. Wait, I already did the honorable mentions at the start of the video. How could this happen? Sorry. I just thinking how awkward this is. I was pretty horrible singing on my part. Trying to make it sound like I was throwing up. I failed big time. Anyway, my least favorite character stems from the top. If I started to notice how Gordon is really, and everybody else are really, Gordon especially, are really racist and Diesels, but really, I just noticed there is a Diesel that is even worse than the other Diesels are made out to be. That's right, I'm talking about Daisy. Yeah, Daisy. Just take one look. Yeah, this Daisy. I don't really like Daisy. Like, they could have bought Boko back, but no, they brought back Daisy. I didn't like that. Also, especially in the CGI series. And then in the Marvel series, she was roasting my boys, Percy and Toby, and that was kind of annoying. But now in the CGI series, she just had it made. She was basically making somebody do the work for her, only for that person to become as lazy as her and make her basically be a slave to that person. It's just, seriously. Boko was around for, like, what? Seasons 2 through season 5. She was around until season 2 through season 24. That is just... So, basically, that's just it. Daisy is just annoying. I think Dennis is actually the better lazy Diesel. That's honestly, Dennis is way overhated, and I don't think I've seen anybody who has Daisy this low on their ranking. So she's the lowest on my list. Also, but also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content. Check out the read-up series. Check out the edits, the movies. Check out the horror video. Percy and Friends. Check out Percy and Friends. The characters roasting Gordon, rejected CGI, Train Adventures, which was in Roblox. Spoiler alert, there will be no more Train Adventures. I called it quits. And also check out my community post. I make some pretty good ones, and you can vote on these people. Yay! And this thing too. There's that. That's why I hate Emily, just because of this. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you actually made it through the whole video, then I'm actually surprised, because this is just me rambling about. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.